Yo, welcome back. A lot of you guys have been requested me to make a video about which card pack is the best. Obviously, I've seen it from the title and the card pack. I mean the thumbnail and the title. So that's all we're gonna talk about. So we're just gonna cover all the cards that are in the card packs. Obviously, just a little bit look at how the what the rules are, because 1.7 million is not for everyone. But I'll just cover all of them. As you can see, we've got the normal no pack rules. It's normal pool. There's just no cards in it. Spooky pack, manual pack, fantasy pack, dark pack, legends pack, heroine pack, and sensei pack. Obviously, we will go to the anime card battle wiki because there are all these. Literally, there are all the cards. Yeah, there are all the card packs in here. So you know, if you use 2 card packs, the no card pack, so the normal cards will still, you will always be able to drop these cards. And the highest card from here is the Feline Enforcer, the 2.5 billion card, which is pretty cool. There's still not a, wait, is there a rainbow version of this? I don't think there is. There's still not a rainbow Feline Enforcer, which is kind of weird. But anyway, let's go to the first card pack. Just we're gonna cover all the cards that are in there. Spooky cards, 1 in 50,000. 5,000 rolls to get it, to unlock it, and then you can just use it. So sulking is not good. Also, I'm gonna look at what the rarities are, and then look at what the rarity is when it's a universal. So this will be a 1 in 25 billion, which is not high enough to go like very far. It is a good card though. After death, revive at 50% health. When you revive, 50% chance to freeze the enemy. So you will basically always revive it on death. So if you're like a low person that doesn't have billion cards, this is a good card to get. The rest not that special. There is a boss in the pack though, so Soul Witch is a good card to get. Attack is a bit more than normal, and the health is 10 times the rarity. So let's look at the higher cards. So the Miser is a pretty good card if you get, but you need to get it rainbow or universal, but that's probably not gonna happen anytime soon, because then it'll be 1.5 trillion if it's rainbow. That could be useful also for Ghost Princess, but it's just sad. This is just on the first card at the start of this card's turn. Oh no, never mind. Lower the enemy's health and damage by 40% for 2 turns, which is pretty cool. So you can basically lower the enemy's health and damage by 40% unless you don't kill them in 2 turns, which is nuts basically. F-Fear just does more damage. And the Queen of Undead is a pretty good card. Every turn, steal 5% health of each card in the enemy's party that is still alive, and steal 10% of the entire enemy's party's cards. Wait, enemy 10% damage, yeah, of the entire enemy party's cards, including those that are dead. So that's pretty good, especially if you could do several turns, so you can steal even more health. But we just look at the highest cards, because Queen of the Undead is pretty good, but they're not like super good cards between here. So let's go on to Manhwa. Just so you guys know, these are not good cards, all of them actually. Obviously, if you get a rainbow, universal Monkey King, it could be pretty good, because you just literally attack 25% of your damage to the entire enemy team. But that's basically it. The rest, it can't get strong or anything like that. So okay, let's go to Fantasy pack. There are some weather cards in this pack that you don't see, but the first few are obviously not strong. Timeless Sage is also not good. Mostly it's not good. It only works once to get your health back. Blue Lily, you need Crimson Rose with it, so also not really good. Armor Maiden is a very good card, especially if you were to get her universal, because the ability is switch between various abilities depending on the enemy she's fighting. It's just mostly when above 50% HP, deal 100% more damage, but take 50% more damage. Or actually, that's not really true. What I have seen, mostly it just doesn't do as much. You don't deal less damage, and once she's below 50%, she deals more damage. I think. I don't know. It's a good card anyway. So. Shadow Dweller on entry deal damage to the enemy's party equal to 30% of their card's current health. It's not that good. Just all the enemies have 30% less health. That's it. So yeah. Also, really good card. But Fantasy pack has some weather cards. One of the weather cards is Divine Dits, which is when you just start playing, it's a very good card to get. On death, grant your next allied cards a 1.5 times damage, so basically a 50% more damage, which is a lot. But if you can get Deer Girl, you will get 40% more stats. So. And also from Galaxy, there is a fantasy pack card on Galaxy, so that's Star Warrior every turn gain an additional attack. So I would definitely recommend you guys get the fantasy pack just to get these cards for your card index, because yeah, you also want to get those, but maxed out, so for me it doesn't matter anymore. Was there another one on the weathers? I think just Rain and Galaxy. Alright, next to the dark cards. So there are just like 2 or 3 cards that are very good, which firstly it's Deathless. After dying, revive with 50% HP and gain 50% attack, so you will literally have a second life and then deal more damage. That's a very good card. Second one that's very good is decrease the target's attack by 40% of damage dealt after attacking, which is very good. So if you don't kill the enemy, they will barely deal any damage anymore. Parasite. Next one is Wings of Vengeance. Gain stat equal to 30% of the damage you deal, so you also gain health while you're dealing more damage, which is nuts. And Bloodbound Prince is only if you get this rainbow or universal, so it's a 6 trillion or a 666 trillion. When this card dies, it takes the place of the next card in the party, stealing its ability, which means if you were to get this card universal, you would literally have 2 666 trillion cards, because it also like takes the next spot in your team and copy their ability. So you can also make an insane ability out of this. So this is a very good card pack. I would definitely recommend using this if you're not that high. Next one is Legends pack. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel this pack. I wouldn't really use this. I mean, this card is very good. Second Child. At the start of every turn, max health increased by 30%. Heal by 15%. So you keep getting more health and keep dealing more damage. I mean, keep healing more. But you need to get a universe, otherwise it's not going to be any useful. I mean, 500 billion is still good. So rainbow and universal, but the rest, no. First Child is a good card for if you got Pucci or your Infinity Horizon. After dying, the next card blocks the first attack it takes and gains a 15% damage buff. So that's also a good one. Yeah, and also Rebel Racer is very good, but yeah, it's hard to get that one rainbow or higher. And then we come to the last 2 packs, which I am using. So all of these cards are above 17 million. So any of these cards, if you were to get them universal, they would be at least 17 trillion, 35 trillion, 36 trillion, 430 trillion, 56 trillion, etc, etc, 500 trillion, 777 trillion. So the good cards here are Electric Princess, attack entire team for 35% damage, and each kill increase her damage by 10%. So if you were to get this universal, you can max out the damage insanely much. So how I would do that is basically you get a card, 2 boost cards, then a card that like gives more stats or more damage, like Divine Deads. But that card, so these 2 needs Shadow Strategist and then God of Death. But then you want to use the Great Spirit, because when the user dies, freeze the enemy for 2 turns. Then you can use Leg Weights, reduce damage by 25% for 1 turn. On the next, buff damage by 300%, so 4 times more damage from the original amount. So you will deal like an insane amount of damage. You can literally one-tap enemy teams until like for, I don't know, 20,000. No clue, but it's insane. So this is a very good card. Then we have Capsule Girl. It's, in my opinion, the best support card there is right now. On enemy entry, increase team's health by 25% and the damage by 15%, and reducing the enemy she's facing by 15% as well. So if Capsule Girl were to kill the first enemy, you will literally get 50% more health and 30% more damage, which is the most you can get from one card in the game. Thing is, usually she doesn't go that far or is able to kill an enemy, so you would just get 25% and 15% damage. So you need to get a Capsule Girl Rainbow or Universal, obviously. And these two cards, I don't know, I've never really looked at those. So, while Time Queen looks good on enemy entry, stun enemy for 1 turn, gain 15% max health per entry stun, and then have a 30% chance to stun enemy for 1 turn every 3rd turn. So every enemy is not gonna hit you except Silver Enigma, because that card just attacks on on entry, but it won't do it anymore afterwards. So you will basically always attack first. So that's a very good card. And then you will also gain 15% health per entry. Nice. And Unstoppable Gambler is just a gamble card. I don't like that. Then we have the last one, Sensei Pack. We have to create a Psychic. On Fatal Strike, become the strongest card in your deck with only 20% of its HP. I suggest if you were to use him, try to use a card that dodges every other attack. So if he changes into that card, he will dodge the first attack so he can heal himself. For example, if you have Frog Hermit dodges every other attack starting with the first one, it'll copy its ability. So it'll dodge the first attack. So it'll heal 2 times or at least once. So it'll get like 60% HP. Then it gets hit again and then it heals again. So it will probably heal to max health, which is nuts. But you would need anything like this or a card that is something like Lunar Moon. But yeah, then once again you need Lunar Moon Gold or Rainbow, which there are not that many. Then Silver Fang, normal cards. I mean, most of these abilities are pretty good, but the thing that's like mostly good about this pack is that all the abilities are 100 million or above, and a lot of them are even 1 billion and above. So if you were to get lucky, like for example, Pyrokinetic Vandal would be a 1.5 quadrillion in stats. And buff damage by 30% on entry on attack, burn the opposing card for 2 turns, dealing 10% damage of each per turn, and weakening them, reducing their damage by 30%. When killing them, any cause of explosion that deals 30% of this card's damage to the entire enemy team. So when you kill someone, you also destroy the entire enemy team instantly. Also, Laser Genius is extremely powerful if you get Gold Genius. Most of the people they can just try to max boost this card, and it's insanely strong. So like a dog owner or a capsule girl, I mean, then a mask leader. Wait, I would just show you. So the first card is capsule girl, then you would use a mask leader with Graveseed, and then they would use Deer Girl with Shadow Strategist. Where is it? There it is. So that card would get, firstly, would be buffed an insane amount, and on entry, increase HP and damage by 1.4 times. So this card itself also increases by stats by 40%. And reconstructs your body every turn, removing status effects, black flames and stuns, and etc. So after one turn, it'll just be removed again, and healing 20% of your max HP every time you get hit. So this is like one of the best cards in the game. It get 40% more stats. Status effects won't really do anything. I mean, yeah, that. And you will heal yourself every turn, which is nuts. Which is actually nuts. And also the Humanity's Strongest Soldier is also very good. On entry, attack the entire enemy team for 15% of their HP, which is not that good. But after killing enemy, gain a 15% damage buff and a dodge. When below 50% HP, do 40% more damage and a 25% chance to dodge attacks, which is also nuts. So in my opinion, you would first need to get Capsule Girl. You could then change Heroine card pack to the Dark pack to try to get Universal Deathless, or Chainsaw Death is also pretty good for having more damage and healing itself of the damage you deal. Also, Silver Phantom is there, attacks enemy cards on their entry, dealing 76% of this card damage. You have Wings of Vengeance, which is very good, and Bloodpound Prince is also very good. So, in my opinion, first use Heroine pack. Sensei pack, I'm using these two because I want to get Capsule Girl Rainbow or higher, obviously, so I can get the max amount of boosts you could get. Because if this is Rainbow, it's a 1.4 trillion stat card, which is very strong. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, basically. And then hopefully I can kill the enemy twice. I mean the first enemy, and then just also trying to get Electric Princess. But if it, well, and I'm thinking right now, actually, I kind of want to use this card pack again, since a 30 trillion or 15 trillion or 10 trillion, these cards are insanely good when you get them universal. And Bloodbound Prince is also very good when rainbow. Also, one more thing. Dark pack has some support cards which you need as well. Where there they are, support cards. So in that support card, I mean, yeah, in Dark Pack, there is, well, the two most important ones are, well, Little Saw is there in there, which is very important as well. Also, Fantasy Pack has Trucon, which you might also want to use. There is also Grief Seed, which you need, definitely need, and also Castle and Jekyll, which is also very, very good if you were to use that pack, which is, it is just a very good ability. I mean, support card. After attacking, deal 50% of this card's attack in damage, so you attack basically twice, but then with 50% of your damage, so you basically take 150% of your damage in one turn, but it ignores defense. So cards like Infernal Pugilist, if you were to kill him on your Castle and Jekyll support card, it will not do anything because it ignores defense abilities, and this is a defense ability. So that is nuts. It's mostly that card though that but it is, you're gonna phase him a lot, don't worry. So it'll save time when speedrunning, and yeah, that. So guys, final verdict is use Fantasy Pack first to get some support cards, to get some weather cards. As always, use Sensei cards because these cards are insanely good. Use Heroine Pack just to get Capsule Girl for the best boost card, support card basically there is. And then I would suggest you to use a legendary Legends card pack. It was a long talk, I know, but I needed to explain which card is good and which card pack is good. So actually I'm gonna change it now, because as I'm speaking, I was thinking this is not what I want. I want to use a Legends pack and Sensei pack. But you do need 750,000 rolls and 1.75 million rolls to use those. But trust me, it goes quick if you use the Speed 3 potion. And the one from Christmas, also Speed Potion. It also grants you 40%. So I'm using none of those right now. So I will just use these real quick. And now look how quick it goes. Like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, it goes super quick. So just for like one day, you will probably gain 200,000 rolls if you were to use these potions all day. Anyway, I hope this video helped you guys. And see you guys on the next video. Bye.